it's me, I'm Leah. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we are cooking the authentic pizza. Did you know that pizza comes from Napoli? I went to Napoli to visit my best friend who was studying there at the time, and she took me to one of the 3 first pizza places that were in the city. I got this recipe from one of those places. I've had to do some arrangements because some of the ingredients are not easy to get in Barcelona, but nonetheless this pizza taste is amazing. So if you come with me, I'll show you how to make it. On a large bowl we are going to place a sift. We need 300 grams of flour, which is the equivalent to 2 1/4 cups. If you have it, it's better to use strength flour. We are gonna sift the flour, because then it will combine better with water because we are airing it. Besides, when sifting the flour, we help get rid of lumps. It's time to add 1 teaspoon of salt and incorporate it well with the flour until it's mixed in a uniform way. Then, we can make a hole in the middle of the bowl as if we were trying to imitate a volcano. In a cup of water or 200 milliliters imperial, we add 7 grams of fresh yeast or 2.5 grams of dry yeast and stir it until it's well dissolved and combined. The water should be warm to touch, but not warmer than 100 degrees Fahrenheit. If it's warmer, the yeast will lose properties. Now it's the time for the olive oil. With 2 tablespoons it will be enough. Then we can add the water and the yeast to the hole that we've made on the flour. Initially, the best way to work the dough is with a spoon, since this way it won't stick into our hands. Once we see that the mixture starts to resemble a dough, we are going to put some flavor onto a surface where we are going to work and knead the dough. If it sticks too much to our hands, we will let it rest for 5 to 10 minutes and then we'll try again. It has to be a fine and compact dough. It is also important not to overwork the dough, because if you overwork it, it won't rise. Once we achieve that fine and compact consistency that we were talking about, we are going to make a bowl. Then we are going to paint the bowl with a little bit of oil that can be substituted with any non-sticking spray, and we let the bowl rest in the bowl for 30 minutes to an hour. It is important to cover the bowl with some film or a wet cloth so that it doesn't make a crust. During the time, it will double in size. Once the dough is mixed, it has to rise. In order for it to rise, it has to be in a warm spot, but not hot. My spot is inside of my oven, but the oven is turned off. It has to rise for about 30 minutes to an hour, or at least until it has doubled its size. Once the time has passed, the dough has surely risen. We are going to put some flour into the surface, and then we are going to transfer the dough from the bowl to the surface. We are going to make a bowl again, and then we are going to divide it in 2. We are forming 2 smaller balls again. One of them will be saving in the freezer, in which will stay good for about 6 months. With one of these smaller balls of dough, we can make a pizza for 2. Now it's the time to stretch the dough. You can stretch it first with your hands and then with the rolling pin. Once you have the desired size, form and thickness, you can let it rest for about 15 more minutes, where it will do a second rise. Now you can transfer it into the baking paper.
As you know, a pizza is a super versatile food that can be topped with almost any ingredients that you have on your fridge. So only we are doing margarita pizza, but you can use prosciutto, you can use mushrooms, you can use veggies, you can use meat, you can use whatever ingredients you have. So just because we are doing this, you don't have to do it our way.
Once the dough is doing its second rise, we are going to prepare the ingredients. As the true authentic Napolitan pizza has only mozzarella, burrata and one basil leaf, that's what we are preparing. To prepare the pizza, we are going to put about 2 spoonfuls of tomato sauce. You can use uncooked or cooked, with crushed tomatoes, diced tomatoes, full tomatoes, whatever you want. Then 1 generous serving of mozzarella cheese. Now it's time to preheat the oven to 410 degrees Fahrenheit. On top of that, our freshly cut burrata cheese, and then our single leaf of basil. In order to achieve a crust, it is important that the oven tray is already hot when we transfer the pizza onto it. So now the easiest step. We transfer the baking paper into the hot oven tray, and then we transfer the hot oven tray inside the oven. Bake the pizza for 10 to 12 minutes at 410 degrees Fahrenheit. Then it will be ready to eat. And believe me, it's delicious.
So here you have the authentic Italian pizza. I hope you dare to try it, and if you like it, let me know and tag me on social media. Until next time, and remember, put some Mediterranean flavor in your lives.